Salutations! Welcome to another episode from Tales of Kartonia. We are at the horse farm, or well, whatever you want to call it actually. And I was growing some wheat over here and was trying to get some sugarcane started as well. So I kind of forgot to do that. And I decided to dig down. I won't show you right now what's down there because it's a lot, and I don't want this to be a look what I explored episode. But I found lots of goodies and I store them in that chest so I can show you guys. So, some mossy cobble, some gunpowder, some buckets, a music disc, a bit of iron, 3 name tags, diamond, gold and 2 iron horse armor, and some saddles as well. All of these are very nice to have. And what we're going to do right now is something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. Yeah. Now you know exactly what I want to do, don't you? No. So, what I'm going to do, there's one thing with horses. Actually, there are a lot of things, but each horse has their own set of variables or traits. They have an amount of health, a certain height they can jump, as well as a certain speed. Now, it's very difficult to objectively determine which horse is faster. So what I'm going to do right now is build a small construction that will allow me to measure how fast a horse is. So I'm going to do that. It's actually going to be just a huge circle. I said that really weird, didn't I? It's going to be a huge circle with a start and finish line and a way of measuring the amount of time it took me. So yeah, I'm going to lay out the general structure because that's just really boring placement of wood. I'll be back to you. So I finished building this structure. It ended up being a large square. And now comes the scary part, the actual mechanism. I want to have a way to detect when I start riding with the horse and when I stop riding with the horse. So it's a start-finish line that I really want. That's why I brought some tripwire hooks and some string. Well, today I learned you cannot place tripwire hooks on upside down stairs. I thought you could. But no. And is that the right height? It is. Certainly. When you want to connect tripwire hooks, the block where the wire is placed upon is very important. Here the block is placed on top of air. I mean, there's no block beneath it. This hook counts as part of the wire. So actually the entire wire needs to have the same type of block beneath it. It has to be either opaque or solid. Opaque is air, is water, or half slabs like this. Not half slabs like that. These are considered solid, in a way, I believe. So we can test that right away. As you saw, it broke. It does not accept that, because you can just stand on it, things can spawn on it. If stuff can spawn on it, it is considered solid. If stuff cannot spawn on it, it is considered opaque. So this is considered opaque, this is considered solid. So every block beneath this layer has to be opaque Well, solid right now, it's all opaque. It's all either air or hard slabs. I believe upside down stairs will break this. That's a good way to check. No. Yes. Right. Small side note. You can use these below the hooks, just not below the wire. Because they are a bit of both, I believe. Actually, can't I just place a solid block here? Ah, I thought you couldn't. Anyway, moving on. So, why am I making this 3 high? Well, if mobs run through this, even if it's a stray horse, it will not trigger the mechanism. When you're on top of the horse, you are actually 3 blocks tall, and you will trigger the mechanism. So this essentially checks whether or not the horse is being ridden, or it's an enemy. That one will work as well, but we're not going to really count on that. And now we need to attach a mechanism, a sort of timer. Now I have figured out what kind of timer. I am just debating a bit where. So let me debate that with myself, and as soon as I found a suitable location, we will start working on the mechanism. I have decided, finally, it's going to be a very simple mechanism. We're going to have a chest over there. Right now I'm just placing a block because it's a lot easier to attach a hopper to that. Chest over here and a chest over there. We'll put blocks in here, they will form the timer. Go in here, and this will show how long it has taken for me to make this full round. Of course, we only want that to run when the mechanism is on. So we don't want that running all the time, because it would not really help us in any way. So we need a way to power this thing, because if we power this, then this will stop. And I fell down, which is a bummer. I could do it from below a bit. What we're going to do, basically, uses a monostable circuit and a flip-flop, D-flop, D-flip, whatever. Anyway, you will see. And I fell down again. Wow. Let's see, I believe this will carry power. Yes, it will. Looks derpy though, but I can solve that eventually. Just worried that that will actually power this thing as well. Let's see. If we put something in here. Yes, it's being powered. Is that a bad thing? I don't think it is. And if it is, we'll have to redo. Let's bring this current down even further, like so, and down this way, and what we're going to build now is the monostable circuit. Or should I do that in a place with more? Oh, this will work. Will it? Yeah, it will. So, monostable circuit. For those who do not know what that is, when this is activated, power goes down here into this block. And because this block is getting powered, it'll power this piston, the sticky piston, which will extend the block. So the block will float over there, and you have the piston arm over there, and the piston itself over here. Because the piston arm is getting powered in the on state. Yeah, you can just use a torch to show that. Can I? Here we go. Because the arm is getting powered, the piston stays extended. However, the arm does not allow power to go through it like the block does. So when it comes to timing, for one tick, when this is getting power, the block is powered. To the next tick, this extends. The tick is, I believe, 1/10 of a second, but I'm not quite sure about that. So for 1/10 of a second, this will transmit power, or allow power to go through it, which is the shortest amount of time available. And this is just scaffolding. Now if you put a repeater over here, the power can actually go in here, and the repeater will take it out, and you can make it 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks. So with this you can change the amount of time. There we go. And piston, this is... Am I doing it wrong? Just a second. Oh, this is alright, this is alright. So, next step is getting this thing powered. And we're going to do that with a T-flop. Go. And let's get down. And no. Like this. And like that. And you need to go. So, what have I done? This will make sure the tick is only the pulse, which is a term used to describe the length, the duration of the redstone power, is only 1 tick long. Because it's only 1 tick long, this arm will extend, letting the block be there. For a sticky piston to retract and extend, and the other way around, I'm sorry. So, words, I'm sorry. So, extending and placing the block is 1 tick. Retracting and taking the block with it is another tick. However, it's only powered for 1 tick, it just extends, retracts. And the block is like, hey, where did you go? 1 tick you pushed me, but the second tick it wasn't there anymore. So this will make sure that the block, even though it's a sticky piston, will stay there. Did I miss? As you can see, the redstone is now over there. And now it's back again. Etc. And this is a redstone block. And if it's a redstone block, it emanates power, so this is locked. If I then trigger this, it is locked no more. If I trigger it again, it is once again locked. So that's how that works. Because now we need to put stuff in there. I didn't want to put my smooth stone. I want to get some sand. First I'll sleep, then I'll get some sand, put it in there, cover it up a bit, grab a horse, and we can actually start our experiment. The chest has been filled, I've collected some horses ready for testing. So let's go test. One advice when you're trying to fence in anything, that's why I made the structure in this way and this in this way, so the lowest block here should never be opaque. So it should not be half steps on the ground or fences, because they tend to glitch into that and they can suffocate. It's really annoying. So let's test this track out and see how fast this horse is. It works, that's nice. Just run around. Of course, the longer you make a track, the more accurate it becomes. So there's more time to tunnel some dirt. As you can see, I did wall it in, but left it a bit open. It's all half slabs, so you can still see through it. Alright, let's see what happens. 55. I don't know if that's good or not. It's the first test I've done, so come along. Yeah. I really hope they stop doing that. Makes leashing them incredibly annoying. So put 55 in here, so we know how fast this horse is. Next, we're going to take you. Whoa, he feels a lot slower. He feels a whole lot slower. Which is sad, because it's kind of a nice looking horse. Yeah, you don't really need that sand thing, the hourglass, to notice this one is slower, but it's nice to quantify. So give something a number. Yeah, this is 12 pieces of sand slower. Going to test the donkey off camera, and I'll be right back. So the black horse proved to be just as slow as the donkey, which of course is a bad thing. So now I have bred this horse with this horse to see if, you know, they inherit speed. If that is the case, then the speed of this horse, which is the foal of those two, should be either the speed of that one, or an average, maybe slightly higher. We'll see. It certainly feels faster than the black one, which is good. And you might argue that I don't take all of these corners the same, so that might change speed, but yeah, that would change by 1 sand block maybe. So it's a minor difference. Let's see how fast you are. Ooh, 52. How fast were you again? No, not what I had in mind. 55. You're a lot faster. That's pretty nice. There you go. If you, well, this black one is really slow. If you really like horses, I suggest looking away for a second or 5. There we go, nobody saw that. At least I got my saddle back and some leather. There we go. And I'll try breeding those two again, if I can. I probably can. Try breeding those two and see what comes out of it. So that horse was 53 sand, 52. This horse is 55 and this horse is 56. So you're not really faster than any of those two, are you? You are not. However, there might still be a use for you. Let's see how fast a mule will be. There you go. Let's get this one all grown up. This mule has a speed of 57. That's actually really good. This mule actually has a speed of 57, which is actually quite high. And not that much slower than this one. An advantage is you can place backpacks on them, and if you shift click on them you can access their inventory, which is really cool. So we've spent enough time here. There's some other things I want to show you. So yeah, let's get over there. And we're back at the old base, because I want to try and use this name tag. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I mean, I'm like 99% sure, but not 100. You can use it to name any mob, I believe. You have to rename this like so, I believe, and then move indeed. Ah, yeah, well, that worked. Yeah, every time I mouse over him now, his name pops up. Oh, that's actually really cute. How visible is it? Not that much. No, you need to be really close in order to see it, but nevertheless, it's kind of fun. I do want to know how fast you are, but that's quite a long ways. Yeah. Let's get back in the nether. So, welcome to the nether. As you can see, I've been working here. Of course there's this now, and there's a mule, which is really useful, because it allows for pretty fast travel actually. And this is actually to a new branch mine I made, which I may or may not show in the next episode. It's just a really boring thing actually. But these corridors are made especially for horses, or mules, or donkeys. And I want to make it a bit prettier. So that's what we are going to do right now. Dang it. No, how many times can I press wrong, but there we go. Tie you up over there, so you can't wander off in the nether. That's never a good idea. This is stained clay. Stained clay. The colors, I'm not that happy about it, but I will have to make do. You craft them like this. Just make a chest out of hardened clay and put a dye in the middle. Like so. Go. So I'm going to carve out a small circular loom, which will be the room for this portal, just so it looks a bit more fancy than just a corridor running into it. And I'll be back with you. The circle has been cut out, like so. I'm going to decorate it a bit, otherwise it's really ugly. Like this, and put some, no, that didn't work, put some stairs. Right, yep, goodie. I want stairs along the edges and columns like this. I'm using an iron pick right now because, well, I found them in a chest, so I might as well use them. Like this. Of course, this is off-centered. Portal is too wide, or 4 wide, depends on how you count. And that's really annoying. So I'll just do it like so. Why not? Yeah, that's fine. And now horses can't accidentally wander in. Like that. And next no, this block. No. Maybe it's smart to fit in the walls first. Like so. So this is the lime stained clay, and this is actually the green stained clay. So, in case you were wondering, yes, there is a difference. However, this little amount of light, it is very hard to see. But I will increase the amount of light in a short while. So let's take this all out, so we can replace it with much better looking materials. Like this. Yeah, I just want to create sort of a border around this room. No, stay back. And fill up the rest with more green stained dye. Of course, what I meant was green stained clay. No, wrong button. This stuff. By doing the stairs like this, you create a bit of depth in your flooring, which is kind of nice, especially because this is a very even color, which I actually like. And you still cannot fall in, so you just sprint around as long as you want. The floor I'm going to tile with what was it again? Oh yeah, wrong button again, still need to get used to that. I'm going to tile the ceiling with these. Like so. So the rooms are actually not 4 blocks high, but 3.5. You could wonder, why not just make them 3 high? That's tall enough, right? Well, when you dismount in a 3 tall area, what are you doing? You still suffocate in the block above you because you get up and then off. Same goes for minecarts. So that actually makes you suffocate a little bit. I'm not happy with the lighting glitch here, but it will have to do. Actually, kind of looks. Maybe I am happy with it. Who knows? Let's stop bugging. And next, lighting. Lighting in another. It's not necessary because it doesn't stop spawning or anything, but it does make it all look a lot better. And I'm thinking about recessing the lights like that. Yeah. Could also have them stick out one like this, but I like that better. I do have my soap touch on me. Yes, I do. Otherwise I would have been very sad. And stupid. But mostly sad. I'll continue work on this and be right back. This is how the room looks like for now. I am going to place some trapdoors, like so, just to hide the glowstone a bit. And this is how the corridors are looking right now. I am leaving this center lane open so I can still lay down tracks if I so desire. Always keep your options open. I'm not quite sure about the look of this just yet. I might recess this one more so it isn't flush anymore. But I'm not sure. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Anyway, I'm going to end this episode. It's not running incredibly long, but any other thing I might plan on doing will make it incredibly long. So, on that note, this was Kartosael, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you again next time.